Alright, State and Oil Gas Board of Alabama governing onshore land operation administrative code, chapter 401.8 transportation, 401.801 certificate of compliance authorization transportation, 401.802 revocation certificate of compliance, 401.803 gathering lines, 401.801 certificate of compliance with the authorization transport. No transport shall transport oil, gas, condensate with any of the production facility of the plant, produced from any of the plant with until the operator shall force to run it for the operator, transport, or approve the operator with the certification compliant with the authorization of the transport oil, gas, condensation from the well form OGB 12, if required to approve the operator certificate compliant with the authorization transport products for the plant form OGB 13, if the oil and gas condensation being with the transfer of the multiple layer of the common transfer for the common purchase for each of the well, the operator may have to submit a single operator certificate compliant with the authorization transport oil condensate from the well form OGB 12, listing the permit number of the well name and the number of the field name of each of the well certificate shall certify that the conservation of the state have been compliant with the, such transporters as authorized to operate with the transport oil, gas, condensate from such facility produced in any of the plant unless otherwise supervised with form OGB 12 and 13 must be approved by the transporting first production. Alright, 400.1802 revocation certification compliant whenever the operator any of the oil or gas production on the plant shall be favorable to comply with the applicable law, rules, regulation with the board, respect with any of the assessments over the or plant with the applicable the operator certificate compliance authorization to transport oil with the condensate with the well form OGB 12, and if the required with the applicable operator certificate compliance authorization to transport product from plant form OGB 13 shall be revoked. The supervisor board shall provide with a written notice for the operator to transport with the revocation transport moving oil gas condensate with the plant process with the facility with the plant shall immediately discontinue with the oil and gas condensate with the plant until further notice for the supervisor by the board. Form 401.8.3 gathering lines. 1. Applicability. All interstate of the gathering lines located in the rural location must be the design, installed, with the constructed, and maintained in accordance with the general accepted industry standards. B. A modification, replacement, relocation of the chain of the interstate with the gathering lines located at the rural location shall be made in accordance with the generally accepted industry standards. Repair with the do not due to the accuracy information previously submitted is approved with section 2 but is not subject part C. Following transmission lines that define rule 400.1105 relating to definition should be subject to the rule. Assumption subsections 2 through 4 will not be detained the operational condition line safety qualification listed in section 6 of this rule. Variance of the waiver of the specification parts of the rules granted by the supervisor set forth in the section 2 with approval of the procedure of the private construction operation of the gather lines approval that must be detained with the supervisor application prior mission construction of the gather line considered with the two-step process for the operator. Seek with approval of the construction of the operation of the gathering line shall submit the following. Step 1 prior to the install of the gathering line operator shall submit the supervisor information pertaining to the design with it include with the following applicable location, route, length of the line pipe specification including size, weight, grade, wall thickness, and coating, maximal level operating pressure of the pipeline calculated in its determination, maximal throughout the capacity of the pipeline design condition, generally constructed drawing, the type of the corrosion protection, 7 the burial depths of the line, 8 press for the test, proceed with the well which line will be tested in operation, 9 location type of the safety and pollution requirement, 10 line marking method and procedure, 11 additional information required with the supervisor. Step 2 provide initiating operation said gathering line. The operator will submit the supervisor approval of the following information. 1. Of the method of documentation result of the pressure test. 2. Of the frequency method of the inspection documentation record maintenance of the pipeline inspection program. Through the following certification signed with the date with the type of the company's representative. The operator certified with the gathering line has been designed and installed with the accepted industry standards. Proceed with the future modification will perform with qualified personnel. Any of the modification gathering lines submitted with the must be approved with the supervisor prior to the making such modification. Such operation may include but not limited to the additional resource of the incoming side stream that increase the pressure of the capacity of the modification that will alter the accuracy of the information previously submitted prior to placing a line back into service of the operator shall recertify with the gathering line. 5 with additional information when required with the supervisor. Construct either gathering line must be constructed in accordance with the written specification made that approved by the supervisor defined in section 2. 4. Compressor station location map with the generalized profit flow of the diagram. Each compressor station included working pressure for the safety equipment, the ancillary equipment that should be distributed with the supervisor prior to the installation of the facility. 5. Of the maintenance and abandonment that all gathering lines are rights of the way should be maintained and operated in a safe manner in accordance with the rule. Each gathering line abandoned in place and with a disconnected also for the supply of the hydrocarbon purged with water or other inert materials placed in the abandonment of the entire gas line in place shall be submitted with the supervisor for approval. Notice of the activity. The operator should provide at least 24 hours notice of the supervisor prior to the initiation of any gathering line construction operation. The supervisor may duly authorized representative of the location witness the joining of the pipe converging, covering on the pipe of the pressure test for the gathering lines. Remedial action to repair the place of damage gathering lines may be performed as neither the supervisor notices as soon as possible. Several additional requirements addition with this rule of the design, construction, operation for the gathering line, transportation, hydrocarbon contained with hydrogen sulfide concentrations equal to or greater than 100 parts per million, and this system must comply with the requirements set forth in Rules 400-1902, operation involving the hydrogen sulfide. A. Except for the following operation, except for the submitting of the information listed to, and G. Other lines classified in interstate line or line under jurisdiction of the Alabama Public Service Commission for the operations are granted exemption for the supervisor written request and justification for the operator. 9. Variance upon request variances may be granted supervisor upon good cause be that the operator. Supervisor may require when the submitting information contained in step 1 for the operator pre-filed with the sale said information with the standard compliance policy. B. The supervisor may require the submitting information contained in step 1 and 2 except pressure test result of an unauthorized operation provided operated pre-file said information standard company policy. Alright, and that was chapter 401.8, Transportation.